Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. But before I begin, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you can know when my next video uploads. And if you like the video, come down in the comment section so we can have a conversation. And I'm going to need y'all to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. So before I begin, I would like to say anything that I say is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Welcome to my review of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 13, Episode 3, Boys Will Be Boys. So we continue with the backyard party at Danielle's house, and Teresa and Melissa are arguing. Melissa basically was like, listen, my point is to prove that I wasn't a liar. Because Teresa made it seem like Melissa didn't want to sit at their table. But, you know, that whole big thing. Anyway, Melissa was like, I'm not having this in my life anymore. She said, I've been there to see everything. I want to see a happy ending. And Teresa, she said something about not being in the wedding. Teresa was like, if you want to be in the wedding, you could be in the wedding. Teresa made it seem like she was doing her a favor. I ain't gonna lie. She was like, if you would love to be a bridesmaid. And then Teresa changed it because Melissa was like, you act like you're doing me a favor. So Teresa changed it to, I would love to have you in my wedding. And Melissa was like, no, it's like going back to an old boyfriend. Now, mind you, your husband is pissed off because you're not in the wedding. So I want to see how you take this back to your brother. But anyway, when Melissa said she's looking for Teresa's happy ending, Teresa received that and ended up giving Melissa a hug. So they squashed it and the party was over. Party over, party done. So we're at Jen's house. Now, if y'all know the backstory behind this, please tell me. But how come every time we at Dolores' house, she is either putting away some clothes, packing some clothes in her kitchen? She don't got a bedroom for that? Or maybe she don't want people in her bedroom. But if y'all got the backstory, let me know. Okay, I don't even understand that scene that just happened at Dolores' house with the ex-husband, her boyfriend, and the dog, and the ex-husband being a bunny rabbit with the dog in the bed. Like, I don't even understand what that scene was about, but maybe it'll be explained later. I don't know. That was just something else. So Margaret, Jackie, and Melissa meet up to have lunch. Jackie talks about how she's in therapy with her toxic food issues. And they said she looks good. I have to say she do look better than the previous episodes I've seen her in. So great for her. So she wants to know about the mozzarella party. And here we go. We about to start the gossiping. So Melissa and Margaret lets Jackie know that she wasn't invited because Danielle felt the way about her looking her up and down. Jackie admits to looking her up and down because she said her outfit was a train wreck. So Danielle was right about how she felt about you. She felt your vibe. Then, of course, they go into talking about Jennifer. And Melissa says she feels sorry for her. It's something there. She knows something ain't right. Margaret said she needs to work on her marriage issues in her confessional. And here's the part that with Margaret, like, you can't be talking about her and don't expect her to talk about you. Like, I don't understand. I don't get that dynamic. I don't. So Rachel and her husband and her 2-year-old daughter, they go for a photo shoot because she's going to be 2 years old. They setting up the pictures, and Rachel reveals that she wants more kids because at one point they couldn't have kids. She said, you know, right after their wedding, they were out to dinner. She had a miscarriage and she couldn't get pregnant after that. So they did an IVF treatment, and I think they got 2 little kids now. So she's trying to convince her husband to have more kids. Her husband wants to wait. He said they just had a baby 3 months ago. So I can't blame him for wanting to wait. Rachel feels like they have 5 embryos waiting and she want to have at least 4 more. Child, do you, girl? We got Teresa saying her mantras. She really working on herself on her little Buddha garden Zen area. Child. So we find out that Melissa and Joe was bragging about being there for the girls when Teresa and her ex-husband went to jail. And the girls put it on the table. They said the only time they saw the Gorgas was when the camera was on. They would know who was there for them. And the youngest daughter, the 17-year-old, what is up with my words today? The 17-year-old was like, that was a very traumatic time for her. And she would know who was there for her. She said she's offended by that. Child, they don't like Auntie Melissa. Okay. So Teresa let Gia know that she ended up inviting Melissa to be in the wedding. Gia was like, I wish you wouldn't have done that. Listen, we watched Gia grow up from a little girl. I'm sure Gia has saw a lot go on in that family. So she know what she's speaking about. I can guarantee you Gia knows what she's speaking about. And of course, she always going to have her mother's back. So Louie is not happy with the way that her brother is treating her either. So, yeah, we're going to see how this plays out. So Danielle and Melissa meet up. Danielle wants to start a bougie kid line, and she want to get some advice for pulling stuff from Melissa because Melissa has her boutique. So they end up talking about Jackie and how Jackie was upset, and Melissa told her what Jackie said about her shorts, like she pulled her shorts out of a hamper. And Danielle says, see, I called it, and you absolutely did call it. You felt her energy, okay? So then Melissa goes to talk about her and Teresa, and Danielle was like, I could kind of relate to what y'all going through. She said, I'm the sister, and I have a brother, and we don't talk. And she says it's because her brother was making fun of her while she was doing her Instagram, and she blocks him, and her brother disowned her for that. So I got to see if it's more to the story, because that don't even sound right. There we have it. It was a wedding being planned. Danielle wanted to do more than what the wife wanted her to do. And child, the brother kicked them all out the wedding. I guess I understand that part. But maybe he should have just told him to fall back. I don't know. So Jennifer is there with her husband and her kids. They teaching them how to clean up. Great job. At least they don't got no maids around to do. Teach them kids how to clean up and cook and all of that stuff. All right, Jennifer, I'm going to give you a thumbs up for that. So she talks to her husband about, what happened at Danielle's party. And she says something about self-reflective. And the husband is just staring at her. And I don't know what he said. But girl, that scene was kind of useless. Anyway. So Danielle had the cutest scene with her kids and the grandparents. The daughter had an art show, but because of COVID, things didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen. So they let her do her art show in front of the grandparents. That was the cutest little scene. So they talk about how the brother's not around. The brother don't even talk to the mother. The only person that keep in touch with the brother is the father. The father gets upset because he wants his family together. Now, it got to be more to this story. I would hate to think that the wife is keeping him from his family. But hopefully we find out. Hopefully we find out what the real deal is. So Melissa and Joe are at their shore house on the Jersey Shore. She invites her mother and her sisters over. So they go outside to eat the salad. They start talking about being invited to Teresa's wedding. Teresa didn't invite Melissa's mother. Joe says that's sad. He about to throw a bitch fit again. He goes into how Melissa's family been around for 20 years. And when they had their wedding, they invited Teresa's ex-husband family to the wedding. And they're all family. Like, I don't know. I don't know where Joe goes from here. Like, this shit is getting on my nerves. You even said that your father said to love each other. Like, put what you got down to the side to love your sister. And maybe Teresa could do the same thing. Like, this is really, after, I don't know how many, 13 seasons y'all been on. Can y'all please get along? Can we all just get along? So Joe feels like Louie ain't making the situation better. He feels like Louie should be able to do something to make the situation better. So all the guys get together at I don't even know if that's a bar, whatever. They get together. They having shots. They eating their food. They joking around, carrying on. We found out that Paul couldn't come to the party because he has to work. And then Frank gets to talking about Dolores and how he missed him and Dolores' relationship. But he got to understand Dolores has got a man now. Shantae's got a man at home. Okay? Not Shantae. Dolores got a man at home. Okay? So then they talk about Louie and is Louie coming. And we found out that Louie hangs out with Jennifer's husband a lot. And he was joking with Joe and saying, why don't you be nicer, right? So Joe was like, I found out that Melissa's mother and sister is not invited to the wedding. And that's effed up. She said he said he gonna let Louis know that he ain't shit, he a piece of shit and all that other stuff. And Louis walks in. So let's see what he gonna say to Louis' face. So when Louis walks in, they immediately taking shots. Joe got quiet. So they bring up if Louis is having a bachelor party, which gives Joe a chance to find out who he's inviting. And Louis is like, why you want to know that? That gives Joe the opportunity to bring up the fact that they having a wedding and Melissa's family is not invited. Louis lets him know that they're not invited because it's a lot of old past stuff. But Joe's point is they treated my parents well, so they should be invited. So Joe couldn't wait to tell Louis he a piece of shit. And he's just going off the handle. And the crazy part is Louis calmed him down and was like, basically, you need to talk to your sister. Both of y'all are hurt. Y'all need to resolve y'all past issues and move on. Point blank into the period. And apparently, there's a thing with the bigger sister and being Italian that one of the guys was trying to explain, but he didn't get to finish because Joe was going off the handle. But I'm with them. I'm going to need Joe, Teresa, and Melissa to get it together. I done said this like 50 times and it's probably in this review. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video come out. And I appreciate you guys. Peace.